Welcome to the Crescent City. We are in New Orleans, Louisiana. Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton. The Raptors getting set to take on the Pelicans tonight, starting 3 games in 4 nights. And Sherm, they're going to see a throwback version, as we discussed yesterday, of the NBA in days gone by, with 2 big guys playing together in DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. But you listen to head coach Dwayne Casey, and as we talked about, Drew Holiday, an important third wheel.
Absolutely, and this is a guy who sets your offense up. He gets everybody in position, but also a guy who can score the basketball. And I think when you look at the big guys for New Orleans, they operate in space. They do a great job of spreading you out, but they can't get locked in on. And we see that with DeMar DeRozan. Teams really focus in. Well, those 2 guys are going to need space to operate. And Drew Holiday, to me, is one of those guys who can do it all. He can pass it, he can score it, he can shoot it from distance, but he's got this smoothness and this fluidity about his game. But if he's engaged, now you have a 3-head prong that's pretty dangerous to deal with.
Well, when you think about it, Drew Holiday was an all-star in Philadelphia when he was traded here to New Orleans, so a great pickup for the Pelicans. But Sherm, it's about building other things around them. They've got a good base, a good foundation with the 2 big guys in Holiday. If they're going to win, some of the other lesser lights need to step forward.
Well, you're right, and that's the thing about it. I mean, a lot of times talent comes in and everybody says, this is what we needed and this is going to get it done. Well, those other role players have to pick up the roles and play consistent basketball. And to me, with a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, you're still trying to acclimate him to what's happening here. Yeah. It's not going to click that quickly. He's a phenomenally talented player, but you've got to understand the play calls. You've got to understand the spacing, where your other superstar likes the ball as well, in Anthony Davis, and understand how to get him involved. So there's a lot of adjustments that happen, and talent just doesn't smooth those things over. It takes time. Unfortunately, the season's winding down for them.
Well, the Pelicans hopefully looking towards next year as they smooth out some of the rough edges. Let's hear from head coach Dwayne Casey and point guard Corey Joseph after practice this morning at the Smoothie King Center.
Holiday, he's the key. He's the motor that runs the bus for them. He's the X factor. Getting him under control is the first problem, and then Davis and Cousins. They're 2 probably the most talented big men in our league. And but again, we got to make sure we get Holiday under control first.
We're pretty confident. We worked on a lot of rotational defensive schemes and whatnot, trying to get the new guys on board and trying to tune up a couple things ourselves. So we're pretty confident, and we're just going to continue to get better.
So you can see the Toronto Raptors and the New Orleans Pelicans 8 o'clock on Sportsnet 1 and hear it on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.